Hey guys, Cameron here, coming at you with another video. Excuse me. So, as a lot of you know, if you've been watching my channel for a few months, I'm both a DC and Marvel fan. I've kind of said this in a few different videos, and I don't really like all the fighting that goes on between them, mainly because there's Marvel fanboys and there's DC fanboys, and they always think that one's better. I will say I like DC more than I like Marvel. I don't think either one's better than the other. They make amazing movies, and honestly, they bring in more love for comic book movies in general, so it means there's more comic book movies and more, and it builds giant franchises, and honestly, I like that. Now, today, I saw something. It's disgraceful for what I can say for the start, okay? It's very disgraceful. So, I won't deny, the first post was funny, and it was meant as a nice, lighthearted joke, saying, obviously talking about the Wonder Woman movie. It says, Marvel fans, it's like, oh, so when's your Wonder Woman movie coming out? 2017, when's your freaking, Black Widow movie coming out? And Marvel fans are just like, dot, 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 and then DC fans are like, on your left, Marvel fans, and yeah. And then everyone decides to go in the comments, bitching and bitching and bitching and bitching about how Marvel is apparently better with their franchises and their movies than DC is, and how Marvel blows DC out of the water. No, it doesn't. We've had a few bad films under our belt, but we've had much less than Marvel. And at least DC has rights to all their characters without having to go through a huge fucking legal battle. Because, I mean, you're never gonna fucking see Deadpool in an Avengers movie, which would be amazing. Okay, I was going to say Spider-Man, but then I was like, wait, no. You're going to see him in an Avengers movie, but Marvel's still not making jack squat off of Spider-Man's solo movies. That's still all going to Sony. The only thing that Marvel's getting is when he's in an Avengers film, which all I know about is this one and Infinity Wars. I don't know if he's doing anything else after that. I know there's going to be solo Spider-Man movies that Sony's going to make, which they're going to get all the money. Marvel's not going to get jack squat. So Marvel is already sitting in a fucking losing position in this battle. Besides the fact that DC has all the rights to all their characters, because they didn't almost go bankrupt because they're not fucking retards. No offense to Marvel. Like I said, I like both, but DC is definitely better in my opinion. Let's see. Let's see the movies we've had that are, if you look at it from an actual standpoint of how the movie was made, a bad movie under our belt. We had Green Lantern, Superman Returns, and Batman and Robin. Those are our three. Okay, and probably Superman 4. Superman 4, The Quest for Peace was terrible, but those are probably our three worst movies. Green Lantern, Superman Returns, and Batman and Robin. Those are our three worst movies for DC. What are the worst movies for Marvel? Fantastic Four, the newest, the reboot version. The Hulk movies. I think there's three of them. There might have only been two. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? How they had to reboot the Hulk. Spider-Man, because they had to reboot that twice. They had to reboot it twice after the first trilogy failed because of too many villains, and the second series failed because of too many villains. That's also where Batman and Robin went wrong, is there's too many villains. Green Lantern went wrong because of terrible CGI. Daredevil went wrong. More because of the writing and some of the casting. Although Ben Affleck was awesome. Let's see, where else did Marvel go wrong with movies? X-Men Origins Wolverine. That was supposed to set for a whole series. You know what fucking killed it? Their shitty fucking version of Deadpool. They wouldn't have made Deadpool how they made him in that movie. They could have had more X-Men. They could have had X-Men Origins. I think the next one they were going to do was Cyclops. I could be wrong though. I believe it was Cyclops, and then they were thinking about doing Storm and maybe Rogue. I don't remember what their plan was with that, but those all failed because X-Men Origins Wolverine did fucking terrible. Obviously, the DCEU was supposed to start earlier, but the fact of the matter is Green Lantern failed, so that kind of fucked us over on that one. Let's see. So, I mean, and everyone's like, oh yeah, you guys are just not getting into a series. I'm like, yeah, your point. We wanted to make sure it was good. We didn't need two different fucking Hulks. Or sorry, three different Hulks. 'Cause I forgot Edward Norton is in the solo movies, while Mark Ruffalo is in the other movies, and Eric Bana played him in the original Hulk movies. Let's see, who else? Oh yeah, we also, don't constantly kill our fucking characters and bring them back from the dead for no goddamn reason. I'm looking at you, Bucky. I'm looking at you, Bucky Barnes. You son of a bitch. Okay? I won't deny it. Bucky's a badass character. The Winter Soldier's awesome. And he is a great character. I won't deny that. But the fact of the matter is up until a few years ago, in the comics continuity, he was still dead. But then they're like, hey, let's bring him in to be Cap. So pretty much, Civil War is probably going to end with Cap dying. I'm going to say that right now. Now, everyone's bitching about the whole Batman vs. Superman thing, how it ended with Martha. It's like, really? You're going to bitch because Batman realized he has a family and he doesn't want to see what happened to him happen to Superman. That's the whole thing. Is Batman knew that if his mom was killed, if Superman's mom was killed, he would end up like Batman. He didn't want Superman to end up like him. That's why he rescued his mom. And everyone bitches about that. But then you see the whole end of the line thing with Bucky and fucking Cap and Winter Soldier. And it's like, are you fucking serious? That one fucking line, I'm with you till the end of the line, is what brings him back and fucking makes him remember shit. Really? And you're not going to bitch about that. Apparently with the advanced screenings of Civil War, by the way, Rotten Tomatoes already rated it 100%, while Batman vs. Superman got 32%. And someone decides to use that as a fucking actual standpoint of why Marvel's better than DC. And I'm like, have you looked at what else is on Rotten Tomatoes for comic book movies? Like, they are fucking they are stupid as hell. If you go off of them, you're a fucking Marvel fanboy. Because that's the only way that Marvel movies stack up against DC. Is if you're a Marvel fanboy and you go to Rotten Tomatoes. Look at the money the DC movies make, and then that's how you're supposed to actually look at it. That's what you go off of. It's how much money it made in its opening weeks. Once you look at that, then you can see which movies did better. Because last time I checked, Batman vs. Superman fucking blew every single Marvel and DC movie of the past, except for I think 2. Actually, it might have passed those 2. I don't remember. Except for 2, unless it passed them eventually, by fucking box office. So they have no room to talk about Marvel being better than DC's movies when Rotten Tomatoes is a fucking terrible, shitty-ass site that, honestly, if you go off of that, you're a fucking moron. You're an inbred fucking retard if you go off of Rotten Tomatoes for your movies to see which one's better. Because, honestly, going off Rotten Tomatoes is like going to Petco to buy groceries. It's the best way I can put it. Like I said, I'm not trying to be a dick to Marvel, but I mean, honestly, when people constantly try to badmouth DC for no fucking reason and try to constantly say how Marvel's better, it pisses me off. Someone also put in the comments, oh, we have Captain Marvel. Oh, you mean Captain Marvel, the one that stole a name from one of our heroes, forcing us to change it to Shazam. You mean that Captain Marvel, right? The female fucking badass Carol Danvers, who also has a last name of 2 of our characters, Kara and Alex Danvers, a.k.a. Supergirl and her sister? Really? Really? Really, bitch? Really? Really? You're gonna fucking go with Captain Marvel as your one female character who's getting a movie? Really? We're getting a Wonder Woman movie, and we have the Supergirl TV show. Also, our TV shows are much, much better, especially if you look at ratings by week. You know what's at the bottom of the list every week? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and what the fuck? Agent Carter, whatever the fuck it's called, are always at the bottom. While Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, The Flash, and Supergirl were all at the top. Oh yeah, and Lucifer and fucking iZombie were all at the top. Which, if you don't know, those are Lucifer and iZombie are DC properties because of Vertigo. So if you don't fucking know that, just a heads up there. And then you gotta look at it and it's like, okay, we also, don't mix our fucking show universe with our movie universe because then it's not confusing as fuck. Because if you look at Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it's like, okay, Coulson's still alive. And no one in the Marvel universe knows. No one in the movie universe actually knows that Coulson's alive. It's like, but don't they share a fucking universe? Shouldn't they know? No, they don't. No, 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 they don't. Everyone who somebody's avenging in that movie, in the Avengers, has come back to life. Bucky, Coulson, and everybody else. I can't think of anybody else's names. Because honestly, I'm too lazy to fucking try to think of how many fucking people have come back to life. Well, I won't deny it. Comic book movies in general, comics in general with death are, but still, the only person so far that's going to come back to life in one of our movies is Superman. And that's only because, and everyone's be like, oh, how did Superman come back to life? You guys are bitching about Heather. I'd be like, well, let's see. He got stabbed when he was in close range with kryptonite, which weakened him. If you don't know this, then you're obviously either you don't know freaking DC Comics or you're a Marvel fanboy who fucking decides to nitpick everything. Because Superman will be back in Justice League, trust me. It's going to be right when Darkseid comes in. If you don't know, Superman gets weakened when he's around kryptonite. He got stabbed while around kryptonite, so it weakened him. When he was away from the kryptonite, i.e. in his grave, which is why the dirt moved, he started gaining his power back and coming back. And booyah, that's how Superman's going to come back. Because the kryptonite, unless it's actually kryptonite stabbing him, is never going to kill him. Unless he has kryptonite in his body somehow. It was only in a vicinity of him, I think about like that far of range-ish, I'd say, is probably where Doomsday was at when he was stabbing him. So yeah. Plus Doomsday is most likely going to be back because Doomsday can never die again the same way he already died. So kryptonite's kind of taken off the table for that. Darkseid's going to be coming, which is awesome. Plus, let's see. How many movies have Marvel been baiting Thanos for? Let's see. They baited him at the end of the first Avengers, baited him at the end of the second Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy. Pretty sure, I think that's it. 3 movies. And how many? And everyone's like, oh yeah, Marvel's been building their franchise for over 10 plus years, and you guys are just not getting your series. It's like, yeah, but at least we only baited our main villain for our main fucking series, which is Justice League, which is the actual Justice League, for 1 fucking movie. You guys baited him for 3, possibly more. I could be forgetting some end credit scenes for those because honestly, their end credit scenes get confusing sometimes. But they've been baiting Thanos for so goddamn long, and it's like, okay, can you quit baiting Thanos and just fucking have him in a goddamn movie already? But they're like, no, we need Ant-Man and fucking Guardians and all this shit set up, and it's kind of just making people pissed off more and more because if you look at it, when does Justice League come out? Next year. Pretty sure Infinity Wars doesn't come out until 2018 still because of the fact that they still have Civil War. Actually, you know what? It might come out next year too. I'd have to check this. I'd have to check the comic book schedule again because honestly, I'm a little tired right now and I could be forgetting a lot of things. But it's like you guys have been baiting your big bad guy, Thanos, for 3 fucking movies while we baited him, while we showed a massive ass fucking like hint that Darkseid was coming in our first fucking movie where we were setting up our universe. And the next movie that comes out, the next movie that comes out is Suicide Squad, and then there's, Wonder Woman, but there's also our Justice League movie, our Green Lantern Corps movie, our Cyborg movie, our Aquaman movie, all this stuff's coming out, and we're setting up a giant universe, and we're not baiting our villain over multiple movies. We're like, hey, we're going to announce Darkseid in the first movie we set up for our universe, and that's it, and then we're going to write into Justice League, which is a smart plan by them. And then there's also the fact that DC fans, we're nice. We're nicer than Marvel fans for a simple reason, and that's called when it looks like our movie's not doing too well, even though it did amazing at box office, and Rotten Tomatoes was literally the only thing that said it was doing bad. When it looks like a Marvel movie's doing bad, we don't decide to go to the internet and say, oh, this person's leaving directing for the next movies. No, we don't do that. We say, okay, well, if you guys' movie is doing bad, then that sucks, It might kill your franchise. That kind of sucks for you guys. I feel really bad. You know what Marvel fans do when a DC movie looks like it's doing bad? Oh, Zack Snyder's leaving for Justice League. Ben Affleck to take over. It's like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? Zack Snyder would never leave. He has set this universe up perfectly. Man of Steel was amazing. Batman vs. Superman is amazing. Justice League is going to be fucking epic. Aquaman's going to be awesome. Every fucking movie they're setting up is going to be amazing. And we're not going to constantly. And you know what? And yeah, I'm going to let Marvel spread the rumors, though. Let the Marvel fucking fanboy who decided to say all the rumors about Zack Snyder leaving, some fucking fat dude who probably has diabetes or some shit. Because honestly, he looks like he does. It looks bad. It looked like he did when I saw people posting it in the DC group on Facebook. Let him spread his bullshit. Let him say that our fucking director's leaving because Batman vs Superman apparently did terrible. Let him say that we're pushing back movies even though we didn't. Let him say that we cut out a lot of the action for fucking Suicide Squad and put in more humor, which we didn't. That fucking arrived ahead of schedule. That was done ahead of schedule, and the press tour started earlier for that, which is awesome because honestly, press tours help you to build your movie better. Which with Marvel, with some rewrites, a lot of the time they end up fucking themselves over. It's just how it is. DC is doing a lot better than Marvel is with movies and with their freaking franchise. Honestly, I'm tired of the hate, and it really pisses me off to have to come on here and rant because the fact of the matter is that in the end, Marvel is still really low on the bar, while DC's higher still. They have it set up a lot better, and they're setting their movie universes up better. Oh, right, I forgot to mention for Marvel, Ghost Rider 1 and 2. Sorry about that. Just popped back into my mind. Which, not that they're bad movies, it's just, They could have set it up so much better. But, yeah, I definitely like both Marvel and DC. But the fact that a Marvel fanboy decides to fucking criticize DC for no fucking reason and bitch about how Marvel's apparently better, even though looking at the track record, DC stacks up higher, it just makes me have to fucking, it pisses me off and makes me have to fucking come speak my mind. Speak the fucking truth. Alright, if you guys like Marvel, I'm not trying to hate on them, okay? I like Marvel too, it's just, I like DC more, and I'm always going to like DC more, and they're definitely doing a lot better off than Marvel is right now. No offense. If you guys like DC, awesome. Don't go flooding the comments with, oh, Marvel sucks, blah, 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 all this, okay? Because I don't want it. If you guys like DC and Marvel, let me know what you think on my side of this debate too. And actually, if you guys like Marvel or if you guys like DC, be biased. Don't just immediately say, hey, I fucking hate DC, so Marvel's doing better. Or I hate Marvel and DC's doing better. Whichever one you guys think is doing better, honestly, be honest about it. Say, if you're a Marvel fan and you think DC's doing better, admit it. Because honestly, it's the higher road to take. If you decide to constantly badmouth DC in the comments, then I'm just going to block you. I'm going to ban your bitch ass and just, I'm going to delete your comments and ban you from my channel. Because honestly, that shit just pisses me off. Alright, peace guys.